I'm Tigerhite, and I'm here to make WWE Smackdown and Pro Wrestling Majestic again. I liked the show. I thought it was actually constructed well. The matches were good. People were super into everything. Good energy. Lots of fun stuff. Definitely a thumbs up. And that main event segment was so needed. Boom. We're right back into it with the Bloodline. And I think this is appropriate. So we kicked off with Bianca Belair coming out to talk about damage control and that she has unfinished business. Oh, by the way, this was the picture that they used to promote this promo, so don't blame me that Bianca's not on here. Damage control comes out, but Bayley was not with them, so that's really interesting. I am actually starting to see Dakota Kai cut good promo. She was never the strongest promo ever, but she's really starting to get into her own. She's starting to get comfortable, and the interaction with the fans was good. We had Charlotte Flair and Shotzi come out. Shotzi's promo was 100 times better than the wacky, crazy, whatever the hell we got right before the Survivor Series. Then they all attack each other, continuing the rivalry. Is it a little much? Yeah. Does it still have life, and are still people interested? Yes. So I'm going to give it an Orange Cassidy thumbs up. So up next, we have Butch taking on Bobby Lashley. Butch is out there alone. Sheamus hasn't talked to them because he's hurt. And then Ridge Holland left Butch, but there was no follow-up to that. Unless Ridge is leaving, it's kind of up in the air. So Butch goes out there. These two have, surprisingly, a good match. You would think that, and here's why I'm saying this. They're not bad wrestlers, but their styles of wrestling contrast so much that it could be hit or miss if it's going to be really, really good or really, really bad. Luckily, it was a former. It was good. So I'm really happy about that. And it was a spear for the win. Butch didn't look buried. Bobby Lashley is continuing a winning streak. So this gets a full thumbs up from me. There was not really a better picture than this, so we're just going to go with it. It is Santos Escobar and Joaquin Wilde. It is a rarity, at least in this day and age, that we see either Cruz del Toro or Joaquin Wilde actually get good offense in, but they organized this perfectly. It was exactly what it needed to be. Dynamic, it showcased everybody, and Joaquin Wilde really impressed some people, and I am so happy about that because I've always liked Joaquin Wilde and Cruz del Toro as a tag team. Maybe they should do this with Cruz del Toro as well, because it's showcasing on how good these guys really are. They've just been looking like losers as of late. So Santos really putting in a back and forth match like this is a net positive for everybody. And also, nobody was buried. Phantom Driver for the win. Santos looks like a badass. Post-match attack and Drill Dragon Lee comes out to help. No Cruz del Toro, no Carlito, and no Rey Mysterio. Kind of weird, but you know what? I'm just going to play it out. This was a really good start to this, so I'm going to give it a full thumbs up. Logan Paul's segment, his first segment since winning the United States Champion, and it was good. There were some of the noises and stuff that he made was super weird and kind of cringe, but I'm willing to look past it because everything else was done really well. Out comes Kevin Owens, and A-Town Down Under come out. Kevin Owens punches Austin Theory because that's set up for the next match, and I like the stare down between Logan Paul and Kevin Owens. Now, before we get into the match, let's talk about this tournament and the person who will be coming from NXT to the main roster to compete in this tournament. I do not believe it's going to be either Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams, and here's why. Those two are on the precipice of having a big-time feud on NXT. They have to stay within NXT right now for this to be successful. One of them can't be distracted by a tournament. If I was a betting man, I would go safe with this and put Braun Breaker in there. There's opportunities for good matches with Breaker. Breaker Lashley, Breaker Butch, Breaker Owens, and the list goes on and on. So that's good. And I think that would just be the safest choice. Now, if you want me to go crazy and out of the way as it relates to this, I would choose Ilya Dragunov. I think you would get the same situation here, but Braun is a safer choice. He doesn't have a title right now. He's not in a big-time program. I'm not considering the Von Wagner thing a big-time program, but he is there. So that's good. Grayson Waller versus Kevin Owens. So, fun match. Very dynamic. I liked that Owens won with a roll-up. Keeps Grayson Waller strong. Here's the thing though. Kevin Owens was selling his hand pretty hard, and there was worry that he actually broke his hand. I have not seen an update from it. I just finished watching SmackDown like 10 minutes ago, so I didn't look it up. But I'm hoping that it's not the case because Kevin Owens needs to be in this United States Championship tournament. Oh, by the way, A-Town Down Under, both members are in this tournament, so it's a really stacked tournament. And yeah, I like this. I like the rivalry. I like Kevin Owens. I like Grayson Waller. Once again, the match was constructed, so one of them did not look bad even in the loss. So it gets a full thumbs up from me. And in our main event, we have Bianca Belair taking on Kairi Sane. I like this main event. This was a good main event. And here's why. Not only do you continue this rivalry, but there is a direction to it. And I didn't mention it at the beginning of this video, because it really wasn't important up until now. Bianca Belair has to go through all members of Damage Control that are not hurt to get the title opportunity against Io Sky. You drag that out to Royal Rumble. Do I like Bianca Belair not being in the Royal Rumble? No. I think Bianca should be in the Royal Rumble. But not every person can be in the Royal Rumble. And if you want a title match, at the very least, have it be a high-stakes title match. Maybe like a one and done. Like if you do not win this, you cannot go for the title as long as Io is the champion. I think that would be appropriate. Are they going to do that? I don't know. But I also liked how Bayley came out to interfere on behalf of Kairi Sane. There was a bit of a distraction with Kairi giving the approval, but then Bianca still at KOD. But Bayley did not screw Kairi, and they're going to spin it like she did. In fact, Kairi was fine. Bayley actually prolonged the match, so I don't know why they would blame her. Just like the Survivor Series stuff. Bayley was the MVP of that match. She tried. So, I don't know. I'm still liking it. I'm going to give it a full thumbs up. And that was SmackDown. Let me know you not only thought about my video, but SmackDown in the comments down below or right over here next to me. Subscribe to the channel, become a patron, get hats, and all of that will be in the bio or in the description. It's the Linktree description. Don't worry. And as always, be majestic.